What are they going to be laughing at 100 years from now that we're doing now?
Well, you know, I put it another way, is that we've been taking out appendixes for many decades. And, you know, in fact, there's a great story of a Russian in Antarctica who took out his own appendix because he was on an expedition. There was nobody else to do it.
Can't imagine that he did that.
And then there were nuclear...
Who does he bill?
That's a good point. There were people on submarines who, you know, they couldn't do the operation on them, so they put them on antibiotics. And it turned out there were no complications, and many of them got better. So now in Europe, they looked at 1,000 patients, and what happened is 70% of people on the antibiotics got better and didn't need the surgery. Yeah. And the ones who waited, there was no complications.
And this was, we all thought you always had to take your appendix out, and now we know
this was
looks like
a medical emergency and you had to do it. We were taught it. And so this is an era, I hope, of questioning and of questioning things. And I think for a long time we didn't question, we just did things. And I really think this is a new era. And I think the technology has come to a point where it's different than other times. We say, we are special. I think we are. We're at what we call an inflection point. The curve of progress versus time all of a sudden went like this. We can sequence any genome for very little money. We can look at any protein in the blood. We can basically, you know, print a tissue. We can synthesize a molecule at a moment's notice. This really is a special time. And I think, you know, you and I get to see the forefront, and we're seeing it at a pace like we've never seen before.
And yet we are just a tick in the evolutionary timetable. So imagine what's going to be down the line.
Oh, listen, I mean, I hope I'm there to see more breakthroughs, because, you know, I stay awake at night excited at the breakthroughs, but also worried because I still have patients suffering. And we clearly haven't made enough progress in any of these diseases. So while we always pat ourselves on the back and we cheer breakthrough, we're still losing way too many patients. So it's sobering. You know, every holiday party we have, I have a patient speak to our staff, because I don't want to just celebrate, because it has to be tempered with the realism that we ain't there yet.